Ruthless truth, yeah, ruthless truth. Get down, it could go bad for you. Hit like, comment, subscribe, you know what to do. Be cool, city lights shining so bright. Fine dining nights feels right. Flights to places far from sight. Get right. Ruthless truth, yeah, ruthless truth. Get down, it could go bad for you. In the city where we move, stay cool. Underneath the neon glow, life is fast but take it slow. Every moment like a show. Let's go. Dancing through the night, we got energy flows we can't hide. Feel alive, we outside. Moments fleeting but we shine. In this rhythm we align. Time flies. Moments fleeting but we shine. In this rhythm we align. Time flies. Ruthless fleeting but we shine. In this rhythm we align. Time flies. Truth, yeah, ruthless truth. Get down, it good bad for you. In the city where we move, stay cool. Stay cool.
Hey, nobody bigger than the program.
What's up, YouTube? I got it again. Yeah, you know me, I'm with the smoke, controversial topics. And I'm ready for all the, naysayers, just pull up. But until then, and between time, what's up, IB Rody? Should women start proposing to men because men are the prize? Well, let's mine this out. If women have all these expectations, all these high-ass expectations for a man to make happen for them or for a man to meet, that means they're looking for someone to benefit from, right? They're looking to be beneficiaries of a man. If their standards are, you need to be 6 feet, 6 figures, all these things that are really hard to do, then they should, if they really want that guy, they need to be proposing. Because he's the prize, right? He's the consolation. He's the prize, right? Because she's a prize benefits someone. Whether if you win, if you play a sport and you win, the Lombardi nigga, the prize, the Lombardi trophy, right? Because that's the benefit of all that. So these women want us to make all this money, be funny, be emotionally supportive, sex them down, you name it, right? Do they need to start acting like we're the prize? Why are we catering to women when our expectations for them isn't as egregious? And when we do get with them, they typically don't really benefit us other than we get sex. Outside of sex, women typically don't benefit us in any financial, or spiritual way. When you meet a woman and y'all get together, she's a bill. She's literally she becomes a bill. A prize, if she says she's a prize don't cost you nothing. You have to pay for prizes, right? Prizes is the constant. When you win, when you're a winner, you get a prize. And men are winning, right? We're the winners because we're the one getting to the bag. And then we have to also give up all our options. we had this girl, we had this chick, we had that girl, this chick. We were winning, getting money, having 2 or 3 women. Right? We would go home and we didn't have to worry about no problems. We were winning. And now she sees that we're winning. She wants this prize. So she needs to work for it, right? She needs to work for this. That means she needs to be the woman I want her to be. Very compliant, soft. I want her to be my woman in the streets and my hoe in the sheets. I need her to do that. But too many times, we get with these women, we marry them, we do all this shit, and they still leave us. They're still leaving, and they're still complaining. So they should do the proposing. That way, if they propose, it falls all on you, baby. It falls on you. If it fails, it's on you. Because it seems like they don't appreciate us doing all this extra shit for them. You know, paying for all them dates, all that stuff we're doing. They're sitting here saying they want more. Women should get on one knee and propose to the king. Come on now. We're the kings. We're not supposed to bow to nobody lower than us. And she's lower than us. Right? We're the kings. We're providers, protectors. We're logic. We're problem solvers. We're sexual deviants. We get to it. Right? Why are we bowing down, or why are we getting on one knee to ask somebody to marry our greatness? Why are we asking somebody to be married to our greatness? They should be wanting to ask us to get married to our greatness. Come on now. Hit the like button, because that was a bar. Hit the like button, nigga. Show a nigga some love, nigga. Let a nigga know you love him, nigga. Let a nigga know he dropped the bar. Why are we doing all this shit? Paying for everything, extrapolating our pockets to them, and we gotta ask them. We gotta get on one knee, or we gotta present it to give her the chance to reject when she hasn't done nothing to earn the right to reject. We should have the right of refusal. Because why? Everything is on our backs. The money, the war mindset. We're the ones that's got to bring all this shit and take care of this woman. She needs to be pursuing us in a way where she understands he's the king. Hit the like button, nigga. Show a nigga some love, nigga. Because we're kings. We need to take off our shoes. She should be running our bathwater. She should be giving us flowers. You know why she should be giving us flowers? Because she should, to show appreciation, because she's the one benefiting in such a major way. And she doesn't even deserve what we're giving her. I believe most women do not deserve the shit we do for them. But we do it because it's who we are. And we ain't got no problem with it. But they need to understand we're kings. And until we get married, they're princesses, looking to become part of our greatness. We shouldn't be looking to become part of their greatness. It is honorable. it is very prestigious for a woman to get with a guy who has a job, who's acted responsible, and doing what he's supposed to do. This is valuable, and we need to take that, and we need to equate that to our greatness. We keep giving up our greatness to these women, and then guess what happens? She divorces you, or she's leaving you, or she's fucking your best friend because she feels she's the king. No man should be asking a woman to marry him. It just to me, it's a losing proposition. It puts you in a loser's mindset. Oh, I have to ask her after I done already paid all this money and spent all this time. I got to still ask her to marry me. Right? If you're paying, bro, you dated a whole year, you've been dating a whole year, let's say 2 years, minimum $50,000 gone. And now I got to ask after I done put all the money. I got to say, hey, baby, would you marry me? Why I got to ask? When I'm fronting the cash. Look at, I spend quality time. Okay, she spent quality time. That's a wash. If I'm dating her exclusively, she dating me exclusively, that's a wash. So what? Tell me, if we even out everything across the board, but the one who has the most to lose and investing the most in one, why should I have to ask the one who's not putting any money in the pot, would you marry me? After 2 years, I did have to say, baby, will you marry me? Men should have the right of refusal, not the woman. Because if you ask, she reserves the right of refusal. She needs to go get the rings. She needs to pay for the wedding. Right? Because she's the one benefiting from me. My greatness. She did, I'm the one risking, I'm going to put my money on the crap table. It's just fundamental principles of respect, homie. The king should never bow down to the queen. The king should never have to ask the queen. The king appoints his queen. Back in the day, they used to send their soldiers to go get their wives. Go get her. I'm going to marry her. If she's single, they would go send their soldiers to go get their wives, and they would say, we're getting married. They didn't ask women back in the day, hey, would you marry me? Because that is a position of weakness. And granted, all the money niggas are spending on these women and dating and all the time that we're investing, why should we have to ask someone? They're taking the money. If she's taking that money, what's good? What's good? Talk to me. Talk to me now. Let's talk about the 50-50 guys, right? The 50-50 guys. 50-50. 50-50. right? Now, 50-50 guys, they should both, he should ask her, they should both come to a mutual agreement. Hey, we're getting married. That should be the only conversation. No asking. Both of them should come to the conclusion, we're getting married. Let's go do it. There's no question. There's no question. And that's just the main thick of the story. We have to command the king's presence. We have to. And watch how this girl acts right here when they're talking about these things, right? Watch how she just diss men.
Will not do is get on the knee and propose. But what I will not do is get on the knee and propose to a man. The only thing I'm doing on my knees is that.
She said she'd rather suck your dick than to ask you to marry her. That means she'd rather act like a hoe than to ask you to marry her. Because she don't value us. She doesn't value us enough. Women, because we give our value away so much, women don't value us enough to go the extra mile. They don't think we're worth getting on one knee and asking you to marry them because they feel they are the prize, meaning they are better than you. That means if she don't want to bow on her knee to get on knee to ask you to marry her because she thinks she's too good for that, which ultimately means she thinks she's better than you.
Well, that doesn't make sense. You should only spend a dub on the first date. How about that? A dub.
Men forgive cheating as long as their homies don't know. Yes or no? Like
the women go through it. They go They want to post it all on Insta. This nigga.
Chris Brown concert, right? Yeah. What are you doing if your girl goes on stage and she's like, oh my God, it's Chris. He choking her out. They boom, boom, bam, 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 bam. Grinding.
If it's me, you're done. Like Paul Pierce, you're not embarrassing me. But I'm just talking about for Ray Ray in the hood, you got to swallow that, my nigga. And just think she's like, listen, I'm famous now. Like, Ray Ray, you got to go home and be like, you was on stage with Chris Brown.
I don't spend the night just like loose at different people's house.
Women are savage. She'd be that freak for Chris Brown for that night. Won't be a freak to her husband or her man in the room. We have to understand these women don't give a fuck about you. Even if they're married to you, they won't even run you. They won't even be assertive in doing nice things for you that are free. These women are disrespectful. You know what I mean? And so forth.
Is that his name?
Yes.
Okay, so he was on Cam's and Mace's podcast, and they have a co-host who's a woman, Treasure, right?
Treasure Wilson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they kicked him out of the podcast, Cam did, because he was being disrespectful, like being on her, and her man was there. How do you feel about that?
Yeah. Well, I kind of watched the clip, and I understand where Cam was coming from. And then I was peeping the conversation with Adrian, and then I was looking at like, damn, I'm not sure to her current husband.
Yeah.
Last night.
Now, I don't know what the tea is, but obviously, like, they say that Future isn't a present father, and Russell's really doing his biggest one with that kid. And I don't know. I really don't know because I don't have children, so it's hard for me.
See, this is why right? This is all bad. These women are divorcing their husbands or their baby daddies, or getting rid of their baby daddies and appointing another nigga to be over her kids. That is disrespectful as it comes. All that hard work, all the gifts, all the, time. You leave me because you ain't happy. Your highs are ran out, and now you want to go get another, and then you take another nigga and replace me, and you got my kids calling another nigga dad. These women don't give a fuck, man. Listen, I see it so many times. These women divorce a dude or break up with a dude, go get a stepdad, and their kids be calling him dad. And she let it ride. She will never check her kids, say, hey, that's not your dad. Woman, or she let the kids call the other nigga daddy. This is disrespectful, even though the dad is actively active. That shows right there that these women don't give a fuck. How do you go from one extreme to another extreme? How do you go to having 3 kids with me or kids with me, tell me I love you, you're my everything, you're my boo, and then you break up with me, or we break up, and then you go get another nigga to replace me, and then you let that nigga come in and take my title? Okay, we might didn't work out, but that's no reason to have him take that title as dad, and I'm active. You're supposed to check the kids. Don't call him daddy. That's not your dad. Call him by his first name or his middle initial or his initials. Check them kids immediately. But women don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. They're so disrespectful to kings. We're the kings, and they constantly disrespect us. And I'm not saying we perfect. Homies, I'm not saying we perfect. Don't get it fucked up. I'm not saying we don't do shit wrong. But damn, right? If I have another kid and we break up and a woman come in and my kid calls that woman mom, I'm check that right shit right there. No, that's not your mom, and you don't call her mom at no time. This is why we have to take the seat as kings and demand our respect. Women should be proposing to us. All that money they get, all the shit, demands they got, all these high ass expectations. And then as soon as we meet all those expectations, we do one thing wrong, or maybe 2. You leave me and go get another nigga and then have my kids calling him dad. So we have to understand, right? The women are running rampant out here. They think with their feelings. We have to understand we're the kings. And we got to stop bowing down to the queens. Would you marry me? Would you marry me? No. We don't need to ask that shit no more. Hell no. I ain't asking no girl that. No woman will I ask, would you marry me? She needs to be asking me. And then I need to have the right to refuse. Well, I don't know. You ain't worthy. Or yeah, maybe, yeah, I don't know. I'll think about it, right? Because I'm the prize. I'm the consolation. She's benefiting from me. So if I'm going to bring her in to my fold and put her on my insurance and put her on my 401k and all of those shit to take care of her, she needs to be putting in the work. And she needs to be chasing me down and trying to marry me than the other way around. And she needs to pass my expectations. Because I'm the motherfucking prize. We both want sex, okay? So I'll give you that there. But she wants my money. And I don't want her money. So guess what? You want some of this money? You need to bow down to the king. You need to treat me like a king. And I'll think about it. Think about letting you in on some of this bread and some of all these resources. But I need to see if you're worthy of these things. Because there's just no way, it's just no way that us men should be putting all this money up front and then still have to deal with all this degenerate behavior from these women. They are beneficiaries. So they need to show some appreciation. That's all we asking. And treat our name and our kingdom with respect. But it seems like the women are reluctant to acknowledge or even try to treat us as kings. They want to be equal, or they want to be the king. But you know where it starts? You know how the only way you're going to get that respect you want or have a chance? We can't bow down. We can't get on one knee no more. That should be over with. Hit the like button, nigga. Show nigga some love, nigga. That was a bar. If we're going to take our kingship back as men of the house, or the man of the house, and we got to cover all of this shit, which is fine. We got to do all these things. We deserve to be treated like kings. I don't have no problem. We don't have no problem with sharing our resources with the woman we love. That's our job. We're providers. Okay, we're cool with that shit. But we need to, for them to get our benefit in the overall way of marriage, and wear my last motherfucking name, and that she's going to benefit from my greatness because I'm out here getting to the bag, because she's not even going to give me time of day if I'm not that dude. She needs to ask me. She needs to say, King Ruthless, would you marry me? What's up? What up, Skylar? She needs to say, King Ruthless, would you be my king? Ying, 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 ying. That's what needs to be going down. We got to take some sort of respect for us as men, man. God damn. Because it seems like the women don't want to show us no love, baby. They don't want to show us no love because why? We give it to them. We don't make it work for it. And we're the ones, would you marry me? Shit. We got to switch that thing around. It's time for us to step up as kings.
To
Yeah.
speak on that.
I feel like that's kind of like spiteful to somebody, and regardless if somebody is not present with their children, let the child dictate that when they get older. You know what I'm saying? Because they might have a relationship later in life. You know, maybe it might not be the emotions is flaming right now and everything is bitter and you know, it's a lot of emotions involved because he's not there. But like, you ain't gotta do that because that's his son. Period. I don't care. It's always gonna be his son, whether I care for him or not. He cared for him or not. That's his son.
But that's
And this is the type of conversations we having. These women are taking our kids, bringing stepdaddy in, and saying, that's your dad. And this is embarrassing. This is disrespectful. Because we have to have a conversation about, well, how should he treat his stepkids? Them ain't his kids.
Like, but go ahead. What you
No,
saying?
I was gonna say-
Russ takes care of him like it's his son. I get it. That's fine.
I think
because
there's
we
a
in the house-
difference between a sperm donor and a father.
No, but listen to this. Listen to this. All right, I get it. He's in the home with you full time, Sierra and Russ, and you fathered him like that's your kid. I get it. But at the end of the day, that's still his son. So it's gonna be, and you never know what's gonna happen later in life. Because later in life, they can come together and have the best relationship. I done seen this happen with kids.
Yeah.
Like, man, I know it wasn't cool, young, and maybe we wasn't born out of love, but like, man, like as you get older, like you still my son. Like, what if he decide he want to be with his dad later in life? But like, dude, that's not your father. I had you, and even though I was there early, because a man always got their story. I'm gonna tell you this: when it comes to kids and marriage, the kid is always going to be, it's always going to be lopsided because the kid always going to hear the mother story because the mother is always there every day. So it's going to be implanted in the kid mind a certain story. But there's always two sides to the story. And like Future one day is probably going to be able to tell his side of the story on what it was to where the kid.
And this is why our families are in, chaos. Because our women are leaving us and going saying, let somebody else be the baby daddy. And now we got to tell a story, two sides to every story. This shit is crazy.
I'm not a mother.
I mean, I feel like if men are the prize, why? But it's at the end of that still my blood.
Okay. Well, we get it. Let's move it along. So Bella Thorne, she proposed to her fiance. What do you feel about?
Where they find them at? Damn.
What do you think about a woman proposing? She's from here. What kind of? Yeah, she's white.
She's not from America.
She's a white lady.
No way.
So what do you think about women proposing to men?
I feel like that's how it should be. Truthfully.
You think that a woman should propose to a man?
I mean, I feel like if men are the prize, why
men are the prize?
That's what I feel.
All right.
We had this on other episodes. I said, like, when you said who's the prize, the man is the prize, because at the end of the day, it's no benefits to us to marry a woman, because when a woman marries us as a man, regardless if we're minimum wage, middle class, or upper class, it's you get the kid, you get everything. You get the kids, you get the money. Like why is it advantageous to me to marry? I feel like I'm the prize because you all get the advantages go to y'all, so y'all should be bend the knee, like Game of Thrones.
Bend the knee. It's kind. The woman should be bending the knee, but man, this Western world, it's over. Right? I just don't. And you know what? It's just a hard pill to swallow. Because think about it. How many niggas is bowing down, bending the knee, or spending a whole bunch of money on this ring and wedding and get left in the dust? Get left in the dust. This is common. And I'm talking about they're leaving like a lot. Ain't no little. They're 800,000 women divorcing men every year. So it's not a small number. So think about it. You pay for all the dates, you treat her like a queen, then you bow down or you bend the knee, or even if you don't bend the knee, you pop the question, because you go out and shop for the ring, you buy the ring, And then you ask, will you marry me? Which gives her the right of refusal. She says yes, boom, you pay for the wedding. Right? Then once you pay for the wedding, she divorced you 5 years later, you're fucked. She leaves you holding the bag. So you done outed yourself $250,000 plus in this woman. And she divorces you because she don't feel like you're the one anymore. And you know why it's easy for her to leave? Because she has everything to gain and nothing to lose. Or nothing to lose and everything to gain. She didn't pay for that wedding. She ain't thinking, damn, if I leave him, shit, I paid $20,000 for that wedding. Oh, damn, if I leave him, I paid $50,000. No, she's looking like, damn, what have I put into this relationship besides my vagina? Shit, just my vagina. I don't love him no more, so shit. File. Which is a smart thing to do, right? Because if she's not putting any money in the relationship, no substantial amount of money, and all she really invests in the relationship is her vagina and her looks, it's a no-brainer if she doesn't have feelings for you no more. If she no longer feel for you no more, it's an easy decision to make. I'm out. Because she has nothing to lose and everything to gain. Plus, if you got children, that's an instant paycheck from you. And this is why the women play the game the way they play the game, gentlemen. They play the game to win and for us to lose. Or else they wouldn't leave us. We keep going for the banana in the tailpipe by getting on one knee, putting $10,000 ring on her finger, and paying for that $40,000, $50,000 wedding. And then what she do? Y'all might have 2 or 3 kids. She ain't feeling you no more because you're working too much, or her work husband, or her friends that got in her head, and she divorces you. Then she go get another nigga, go take your place, right? And have your kids around and call that nigga daddy. So the question is her juice worth the squeeze? That's the question. Is her juice worth the squeeze?
Me personally, I'm going to say this. I would never propose to a man in a million years. I like a man who's a leader, and I want him to lead me.
How? How she want me to lead? If she filed the divorce papers and said, I don't want to be with you no more, how the fuck am I the leader? And the courts granted, if women wanted leaders, they would stay in their marriages. They would stay. But no, who's leading them? Their desires. Instagram. Instagram got your bitch. Instagram got your bitch. She on that bitch looking. Ooh. And then her friends are validating. Girl, you deserve better. Girl, you deserve that new babe back. What's your man? What he driving? What? Huh? What? Then her family, hey baby, what's wrong? I'm unhappy. I want more. Well, love yourself, baby. Just as long as you love yourself first, and then everything else will work itself out. And then she goes to the courts. She draws up the paperwork. Sign this, nigga. And you're like, what's going on? Let's work it out. What's good? Let's talk about it. Ain't nothing to talk about. Well, what about the kids? We can do, we got kids together. We got history together. I don't give a fuck. Sign the papers. You can sign it today. You can sign it tomorrow. My shit's packed. Right? And she's out. These women are not fucking holding nerve. The way they feel is what rules them. And once they don't feel for you no more, they're out. Because they already benefited from you so much, and they don't want you no more. They figure they can get someone to replace you. So this is why us men, we have to start acting like, we got to demand some type of respect from these women. I just think we do, because it's just no way there are 800,000 divorces a year, and you know who lead that charge? The women, right? And it's all the man's fault. It's just no way. And you hear what this lady said. She said she would never bow her knee to a man. She'd rather suck a dick than to ask a man to marry her.
Me. And that goes for everything. When he's ready to marry
He's like,
me.
I'm the leader, propose.
No. When
He told you the directions.
No, a man who's a real leader ain't gonna say that. They're never
Why
gonna
not?
have their girl get on me and give him a ring. Like, that's some corny.
That's what America brainwashed us to
No,
look
that's
at.
not America. That's in the Bible.
No, what the Bible say?
The Bible is, a man is the leader. I'm not going off
what the
of
Bible say that men should propose?
no, but it
that's what
also
we're talking
doesn't say
about.
that. It doesn't put a woman in a position to be the person that's proposing to a man. Like, a man is the person who
God
creates the
made woman
family.
for man.
Right.
Did he not? If you going by the Bible, since we going by the Bible, I don't know what religions everybody's out there, but we're going by the Bible. Man was made first. So the nigga was out doing whatever he was in the wild. He needed some help. So he created the woman.
Why do we got to explain that? She know what's up. These women know what's up. She talking about what man would have his woman propose to him. Because women think, because they think they're the prize, she thinks she's better than us, nigga. The queen title in a woman's mind is ahead of the king title. In their mind. These women are going in thinking they're better than us. This is how they feel. They feel they're better. Why do they feel they're better? Because they don't have to do nothing. They get everything and don't have to do nothing for it. And they have nothing to lose, but everything to gain.
Right.
To help the
the
man.
woman is a helper. And at the end of the day, I feel like a man should, I don't care. I think that it's very masculine for a woman to propose to a man. It will make me feel like I'm not in my femininity whatsoever. And I feel like at the end of the day, I'm not getting on a knee to propose.
If you saying that propose to a man makes you feel masculine, but when you file for those divorce papers, does that not make you feel masculine? When you break up with me for the dumbest shit, does that make you? That's masculine. Yeah, they talk about she don't want to feel masculine, but these women act in their masculinity all the motherfucking time. Women yell at dudes, women hit dudes, women call dudes bitches and hoes, all that shit. They're in their masculinity. But you don't want to get in your masculinity to ask your man to marry you. Women said they'd rather get on that knee and suck a dick before they ask a man for marriage. That means that dick is more important than you, nigga. If a woman is saying, I will suck a dick before I ask a man to marry me, she is really saying, I'm just with you for your dick and your money.
To a big ass man. I think that that's not cute. And I think that at the end of the day, if that's the case, we don't have to be married, because I'm not going to propose to you. And not because I feel like the man has to do this grand gesture, but I'd rather us come to an agreement together and be like, should we get married? Because it makes sense for this to happen and that to happen. And we are committed to each other and we do want to be with each other for the rest of life. If anything happens to me, I would want you to be able to do, be the one to handle that. Like, that will be a collective decision and we can make that together. It doesn't have to be some grand proposal. But what I will not do is get on the knee and propose to a man. The only thing I'm doing on my knees is that's
well,
it.
That doesn't.
She said the only thing she getting on her knees. She said she's gonna swallow that thing. She'd rather get on one knee and bow to that dick, but not you. That's what she's saying. She's saying she'd rather bow down, suck your dick, but nigga, you not worth a ring, nigga. You're not worth it to me to ask you to marry me. Because you know why? Because that would give away her power. And you would have the right of refusal, which makes you the king. And she does not want to give that power up. So either we come to an agreement, she said. That means equal. She thinks she's equal to you. Or you bow down, meaning she's better than you. And that's the fact, right? So women do not want to do what it takes to get the man that they want to benefit from. They don't. So all she want to do is smile and look pretty and suck a dick. Work that coochie. That, to them, take it or leave it, nigga. Women do not want to do things for men that is special. They don't want to make us feel special at all. They feel when they give us vagina and head that we should appreciate that. That we should be happy she's giving us some. But she never thinks, well, I appreciate him paying for all these dinners and taking me all these places and, making sure I'm okay. They feel entitled to that. Meaning, break down, nigga, you owe me. I'm charging you for this pussy, nigga. Huh? Come on, think about it. I'm not going to pay for your dick. I'm not going to pay to have sex with you. But you're going to pay to have sex with me. That means take me out to dinner. You're going to, listen, take you out to dinner, treat me like a queen. Oh, baby, oh, man, I like the Tory Burch bag. It was so pretty. I wanted it. Well, go buy it, baby. Nah, baby. I was hoping, maybe give me a gift. Because women rather see us spend our money than she spend her own money if she's with us. But she doesn't want to propose to us and say, would you marry me? She'll ask for that Louis Vuitton bag, but she won't ask you for your hand in marriage. And that's the truth of the matter. We're the prize, and she knows it, but she doesn't want to let us know we're the prize because we act like she's the prize, and she's taking that to the grave. And this is where we have a conflict of interest when it comes to these relationships and these marriages. Because now we're arguing and fighting. Men have to fight for their respect. Then what happened do most men do? Because women leave so easy, because they threaten, you don't want to do what I say, or you don't want to give, but you won't, another nigga will. So most men are bowing out. Happy wife, happy life. Keep it a bean. So, I mean, unless we figure out who we want to be kings, the kings only accept and never give up their right of refusal. Period. And that's the only way we're going to be able to at least, get some of that value back. Shit. We got to stop. We got to let them do something. Even if it costs, listen, if a woman doesn't want to go above and beyond while she's been a beneficiary of you and your greatness, then you got to let her walk.
It makes sense because I'm saying
that doesn't make Paul be fucking for real. Stop being on this podcast saying this. This is
me, and I'm gonna be
gone.
for real.
Like, don't
and
do
I'm
that.
gonna be for real.
Like, if you can really imagine a girl getting on her knees with a ring, like, baby, I'll let you know when I'm ready to
everything
get married.
else. Why wouldn't it be for a ring?
That's weird. I'm moving.
You said it, girl. You said you. Let's see what she said. Let's go back. Now she said it's weird.
Decision, and we can make that together. It doesn't have to be some grand proposal. But what I will not do is get on the knee and propose to a man. The only thing I'm doing on my knees is that's.
So now when he says they get on their knees for everything else, she said that's weird. But then she come out and said the only way she get on her knees is for meaning I'd rather suck your dick than ask you to marry me. That's not special. And you can tell she thinks she's the type of want to run a relationship. She's the one thinking she's equal or sometimes better. Pretty face, body, all that. Oh, she ain't submitting to nothing. You think this woman will submit and ask you to marry her? No, because she knows that there's 10,000 men out there, maybe more than that, maybe 100,000 men that will ask her. If she really wants to get married, she knows that she'll get married in probably a week. She knows how to put on a front and a nigga put that knee and put that ring on it. She knows she can do that.
Well, that doesn't make sense because I'm saying
that doesn't make Paul be fucking for real. Stop being on this podcast saying this.
Listen to me, and I'm gonna be for real.
Like, don't do that.
I'm gonna be for real.
Like, if you can really imagine a girl getting on her knees with a ring, like,
look how she makes that scene. So imagine how she look at you when you bow down and ask that. If she feels that way about her doing that, look, can you imagine your woman getting down on her knee and asking you to get married? So that means, nigga, when you do it, she look at you like you're a scumbag, like you're weak. But of course, will she take the ring? Of course, because she don't take that shit. That's an investment. I mean, she take that. That's why she want to go check it. A lot of women, when you give them their ring, they take it right to the diamond tester. Yeah. A lot of men don't know that. Wedding rings, then women get the wedding rings, they take it to the diamond tester to see how much it's worth. So if she leave your ass, right? She want to make sure she sell that motherfucker, trade it, and get some money for it. That's why they don't want poor men. That's why they don't want broke men. You know why they don't want poor men and broke men? Because poor men and broke men don't have nothing for them to take. Because if they want to get married, they get a broke man. Let's say he works at Mickey D's, he's a manager. She can go get him right now. They'll be married in 6 months. But he has nothing to take. So there's no value there. We have to understand the power of position is in the woman's corner. And we have given it up. Right? And if we want to be looked at in some sort of way to, as some sort of leaders and shit like that, we got to take that back. Oh shit. Here comes look who pulled up. Oh shit, we don't want broke men. We want ballers, shot callers, HMV. Damn right. Baller. That's what they want. Tell them, Xerox. Speak on it. They want ballers. Why they want ballers? Because they want something to take from the ballers. They don't want no poor niggas. They don't want you being broke, because then if they get rid of your ass, they ain't gonna have nothing. So there's no point in getting with you. What's up, no Chase? That's why they want ballers and shot callers, because they want something to take. They don't love you, nigga. They want to make sure if they get a baby by you, if they want to divorce you, they want to get compensated. So let's listen to this video.
Who do you think, whose sexual satisfaction do you think is more important?
The woman.
You think the woman's?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Would you say women get into relationships with men for sex first?
No.
So how is it the most important thing?
Okay.
Because on the flip side, why do men deal with women? Sex first.
Yeah, sure. I guess I don't know. I can't really speak for men. I can only speak for me as a woman. But I know
What is
that.
the number one reason why men talk to and court women?
Well, yeah, for sex.
Fantastic. Now, what is the number one reason why women deal with men?
So
It's not sex.
yeah, okay, yeah. But this is what I'm saying.
See how the logic is kind of.
No, hear me out.
All right, sure. Go ahead.
So, as a man, you want to be catered to, like point blank. Period. A woman needs to have her satisfactions filled so she can literally give her all to a man. If the man is not able to fulfill,
I'm going to review it for about 5-6 minutes. I'm going to get a little part in where she says, and then I'm going to, I'm going to get back with you because you must got something else you want to talk about. So give me 5 minutes, Alex. I'm going to let her finish her part, and I'm going to go into it.
those because of whatever reasons, it could be selfish reasons, I don't know, it won't work. Like, and that's my opinion.
For a man, right? Who has more requirements?
Sexual
No,
requirements.
who has more requirements of the other partner? Do women have more requirements of men, or do men have more requirements of women?
Women have more requirements for men.
Fair enough.
That being said,
So,
if
hold
he
on.
can meet those requirements,
Yeah.
the woman should be able to do the cook, clean, whatever, all that housewife stuff, and be emotional catering to him. But as long as he's fulfilling, the basics
So you're
and the
telling me-
sexual part.
So let me get this straight. So he has to fulfill all those requirements and make you come, when for him, all he needs is really to come and you just not be annoying?
Bruh.
Is that a fair deal, or is that a fair trade for the man, realistically speaking?
Okay. But
So we see here, she self-admitted. She said the women have more requirements for the men. Right? The women have more requirements for the men. So if women have more requirements for men, then they should be the ones saying, would you marry me? We should have the right of refusal. Because you're asking me, or you're expecting me. That's a better way to put it. You're expecting me to shell out all these expectations. We know what those requirements are, gentlemen. We know what they are. You better believe when y'all go on a date, that woman is expecting you to pay your money. Right? You heard what Zyrax said. She said, no, we don't. We want ballers, shot callers. So she's expecting you to pay to play. And then after you pay to play, then she expects you to be emotionally supportive. I'll be up here. I'll be up here for a little bit. I'll be up here. You want to pull up? You can pull up. The thing about women is they have so many demands and expectations, right? They have so much. They want so much from men. They expect us to do all these things, but don't even think we're worth getting on one knee and saying, will you marry me? You see how that lady explained that video? She said, the only thing I'm getting on my knee for is to suck that dick. That's it. She don't want to, she's not going to ask. She don't feel a man is worthy. She don't feel a man is worthy to say, baby, you know, all these bills you paid, all these dinners you paid, all this shit, that Gucci bag you gave me. I'm here to ask you, because you've met all my expectations and you really didn't have to, will you marry me? You know why she won't do it? Because she don't give a fuck. She don't think you're worth it. She don't think you're worth it, nigga. Keep it a bean. But we men, we get delusional sometimes. Oh, she love me because I'm him. My swag, my character. She married me for my character. You know, she like my swag. Nah, nigga. She thought you'd be capable provider for whatever it is she needs you to provide for. Whether it be money, whether it be sex, whether it be emotional intelligence. Whatever it is that she wants, not what you want. Because if a man get with a woman and does what he is, you know, what he thinks is best for her, she's going to leave you. If you do it, listen, I'll make a bet. I'll make a bet. You meet a woman, you date her for 2-3 years, and you do what you think she needs. I guarantee y'all ain't gonna last. Because women, they don't want a man to do what the man thinks it does. They want the man to do what they think is what they want for themselves. So their expectations, you need to meet their expectations, not your expectations. Women do not find us valuable anymore to say, well, let me go above and beyond for this guy. Let me, you know what? He paid for the first 5 dates. You know what? Let me step up. Let me step into that and help show him that I appreciate you. Let me show my appreciation. Nope. All she's gonna do is keep smiling, keep getting paid, and that's the name of the game. You know? Because women feel that we don't deserve to be catered to. Women don't feel we deserve to be looked at as a king. They don't, that's not the way they think about us. Women only want us for what they can use us for. And that's cool. We all use us. Everybody use everybody. But it's a problem when one doesn't want to reciprocate the very thing that they demand.
You're contradicting yourself in a way,
How so?
because what is the woman supposed to bring to the table then? The catering stuff, right?
Her main agency is her sexual agency.
No,
Oh, really?
that's important for women. I said for men can get sex anywhere, right? We're talking about that the whole time,
Not really.
and they will cheat if they want to.
Well, actually, it's not that simple. Because remember, you're kind of going here in circles. You're not really addressing the main point here. You're saying that a woman's sexual satisfaction is extremely important to a relationship.
It
which
is.
You can make that argument. But what I'm saying is that, and then I asked you, whose sexual satisfaction is more important for the relationship to last? And then you said the woman's. I
Think about
respectfully
it.
disagree.
Isn't it? You literally just sat here and said if a woman cheats, the man needs to leave her automatically.
Yes,
So why would a woman cheat on a man?
for a
Because she
multitude of
doesn't-
reasons, for emotional reasons
Boring.
typically.
She doesn't respect him.
She doesn't respect him.
Or
Okay.
the
know.
relationship. She's not getting
I
her
know.
emotional.
I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say because she's not satisfied, especially in the
She's
bedroom.
not satisfied that way, and he also may not be doing the other thing also. But a
Like what?
woman needs to be satisfied so she can give her all to the man.
So I agree with you on the part where you got to make your girl come. I think that's mandatory. I mean, we could say you don't have to, but you probably should just because you're fulfilling.
Why should a woman? So here's the question: why should a woman be more given than she is taken? That's the question, right? Because if she's already getting showered these gifts of aspiration, she's already getting the luxuries, right, of being with a man who has no problem with sharing his resources. She should then be also obligated to understand that these resources that she's receiving, she needs to earn them, and not necessarily, go out and buy nothing back or return the money, but at least show that you appreciate it. At least say thank you and mean it, right? Or if we get married, right, we got to work through our problems. This is where we have a power struggle, because the men, we step up to the plate and we like a woman and say, okay, it is what it is. The women, they step up to the plate and say, maybe, maybe not. So that's why they don't want to invest in a man. That's why they don't like to share the money with men. That's why they don't like to pay for stuff. Not because they're uncertain of the man, they're uncertain of themselves. Women know they're quitters. Women know that I might not be in this. So I'm not putting my money up. I'm not going to propose to him because I know I might be different at any given time. Understandably, because women know that they're so unstable, they know it's a bad investment. Plus, they just don't think men are worth the investment. Bottom line, women will invest in some designer shoes. A woman dress up in designer shoes. She invest in that Mimi purse. Is that Mimi? Jimmy Choo? Louis Vuitton? Prada? Women, they'll put that money in that. They will invest their money in themselves, without doubt. A woman to spend $90 on herself and $5 on the man. She said, get your $5 ass down. Keeping it real, women spend $90 on themselves and $5 on the man. And this is facts. Because they think the man isn't worth the investment because they don't think they're capable of even finishing this journey. They know they're not. And we men, we still haven't figured this out. We haven't figured it out yet. Why we keep asking them, will you marry me? And then they keep divorcing us. Right? Why do we keep believing that this woman is going to last throughout the duration? Why would my woman think she the prize? Why she think she the prize and won't buy me, some designer every month? Because she doesn't think I'm the prize and she don't think I'm worth it. Women don't think men are worth. You heard the lady. She said she'd rather get down and suck a dick before she gets up or get down and, hey, will you marry me, baby? No way. No way. Chivalry ruined the game. Because once women saw that, dude, these dudes are just doing this for nothing. Shit, let's keep going with it. Let's just keep going.
Filling all her
And this is the
sexual needs.
thing.
However, at the same time, if I'm giving her the provision, the quality time, and protecting her and giving her sex, I mean, that's a lot on my plate as a man. So what are you giving to me after all that? Other than smashing.
We just talked about how men don't like women that actually bring stuff to the table. They don't care about education, job, career. That's bullshit to them.
Mhm.
But for me, that would never be the case. So I'm going to bring what I can to the table. You need to provide for me so that I can actually have the energy to give back to you and want to give back to you.
The energy?
If your energy, the want, the need, the encouragement, like if you can't satisfy me in that specific way, I'm not saying that's the only thing, but listen, hear me out. If you're doing it with your partner and it's selfish in a way where it feels like it's more about him, then it doesn't make the woman, or for me, want to do anything.
So you're saying I have to do all of that and then put you.
I believe that a woman should bring stuff to the table other than just cooking and cleaning.
Like what?
Like what? She can have her own hustle. She can have her own ability to actually take care of herself. I'm not saying that is what's supposed to happen.
No, but
women shouldn't be helpless.
you're not paying the bills for the man. I'm just saying we can give to him personally.
You just said
That's tangible.
your own hustle. That's not our hustle.
Yeah, for him tangibly. Like what can you give to him other than sex?
Because
Emotional support,
Mm-hmm.
Tangible means like
something you can touch.
mhm.
can't touch emotions.
So there's not much. then.
Stupid.
Okay, so
I think the biggest, I'll just make it very simple. I simply asked who needs to be sexually satisfied in a relationship.
I understand why, I understand why a woman wouldn't want to bring something to the table other than her body, because she's selfish. And, it's just a bad deal, right? To have a marriage or a relationship that's one-sided. It's just a bad deal. We have to, shit. You have to understand that if a woman is going to be a part of your life, she needs to be my woman in the street and my hoe in the sheets. Yes, you should, Sugar Bum. You should start being. Look at Sugar Bum. No woman up finna propose. I know that, Sugar Bum. I know this. But you guys should do it. All the money y'all asking, all the demands y'all got, all the expectations. Why y'all shouldn't ask us to marry you? Give it, of course I know you won't, because your ego. See, Sugar Bob, it's not that you guys don't have a problem with asking us to marry you. In retrospective, it's just a power thing, right? So I understand. Why give up power? Nobody likes to give up power when the men are doing it at a high rate. So why would you want to give up the power for a man to put a knee down on the ground and bow to you and say, "Would you marry me, boo? Would you marry me, boo?" So understandably, I know a woman does not value men. We understand that women don't value us as kings. Y'all don't look at us as kings. Y'all look at yourselves as queens, and y'all look at us as soldiers. Yeah, we kings, right? We providing, protecting, sexing. Sugar Bum, you got to give us our props. I didn't say we perfect, Sugar Bum, but men have been providing for women forever, since the earth been in existence. I mean, you know what I mean? We've been sharing our resources with y'all forever. Men don't have a problem with paying for dates. Men don't have a problem with that. We're not even really complaining about that. The only reason the men are bringing up the argument of who brings what to the table is because they're trying to show you women that you shouldn't be tripping on doing the things that you don't have to do. Meaning, the free stuff, showing appreciation. You should open door for the man when he walks in. Chivalry is supposed to be to the man, not the woman. The woman was made for the man, not the man for the woman. I know. You see that? Look at it. There are no more kings, only queens and knights. Protect your queen at all costs. But when this is how the women think. This is the way they see us, gentlemen. This is your queen. She don't even consider you a king, nigga. She considers you a knight. Sugar Mom is clowning up here. Right? She's up here saying that we're not even worthy to be called kings. But this is the way a lot of women think. This is the way a lot of women feel. They feel like, why would I ask a man to marry me? Right? This is the way these women feel. Listen, we understand that women don't value us in any way to ask us to marry them. Because they don't have to. We give away our value. So women think that they are the prize because men have told them they're the prize. And women believe that. So because us men have fumbled the ball on this subject, we need to understand that as long as we keep telling women they're the prize, they will continue to act like they're the queens and we're the knights. They no longer see us as kings. You see how you see women are speaking up. They don't give a fuck. These women are savage. Sugar Bomb said there are no more kings. Only queens and knights. Protect your queen at all costs. Meaning you got to bow to her, nigga. And this is a female sentiment that's ringing throughout the world. This is why a woman is married to a man and don't even want to run his bathwater. This is why women never do anything special for men, because they don't value us like that. They don't. If a woman won't propose to you, that means she's not really into you. Right? That means she's in it for herself, not you. Women are not natural born leaders. You guys are not natural born leaders, Sugar Bomb. Women are natural born leaders, not men. Yeah. Whatever, Sugar Bomb. We know you're a product of your environment. You wanna spew this rhetoric. But if shit gets sticky, you know what's gonna happen. Fall out. Fall back, soldier. Fall back, soldier. If shit gets sticky and the guns come out, we know what the women finna do. They're finna get the fuck out the way and let the real soldiers step in and do what we do. So, y'all want to get natural born leaders. Women are natural born leaders. Yeah, they have a draft right now, Sugar Bomb. You ain't going in that bitch. If this country gets invaded right now, y'all getting out the way. Oh shit, here we go. Damn, Zarek writing page letter. I thought you was coming to the panel, Zarek. So you want to be princess now? Is that it? You want us to put shoes on you like Cinderella? Open doors for you? Fight for you? No, we don't need you to fight for us. Fight for you like the prince fight, dragons and Sleeping Beauty. Dang, Princess Ruthless. Oh shit. Nah, we don't mind toting pistols. You see what it is. We don't mind taking niggas out. We good with that. Right? But what we do expect is y'all to be more appreciative. And because y'all have all these expectations, why should y'all be the ones getting on one knee and asking us to marry you? Wrong, Sugar Bomb. Most men have fought. Elementary, high school. Most men have fought. Now, seen war? Okay, I'll give you that. But if push, well, because we got the military, Sugar Bomb, right? But if push comes to shove, I would say 80% of men know how to shoot a gun. I'll say 95% of men know how to fight. And I think 100% of men, if pushed in the corner, will come out blasting. We ain't going to cry. We're going to come out shooting. Yeah, but y'all scary. You guys are not, y'all scary. You are not more emotionally stable than the man, Sugar Bomb. Stop. But you guys know what it is. Y'all know who the true dominating physical specimens on this earth is. That's men. Sugar Bomb, you from the hood. You know what's up. Ain't nobody talking about, oh, look at them young girls, they tough. No, it's the YNs. No, y'all don't build culture. Little Wayne started skinny jeans. The fuck? Black people, black men made black culture to make it popular. Then the women came. There are a million rappers that are men and 20 women. Get the fuck out of here. How y'all start culture? Rap is the culture for. Rap is the culture. Rap is the culture. You crazy. Sugar Mom crazy. He built. How y'all build society? Sugar Mom, y'all ain't built nothing but Chanel and Louis Vuitton. Y'all ain't built nothing. Y'all ain't built nothing. Y'all too lazy. Ain't no way, Sugar Mom, I'm gonna send 3 women to go take over some shit. If I need to take over some shit, I'm sending my 3 best men available. Ain't no way. There's just no way. We are not depending on women to hold down the fort. So you can get that out your head. You know what's up. You sound good. You know the homies come around that corner and pull up. So women think that they're leaders. You don't think y'all leaders? Y'all ain't no leaders. Women are great multitaskers, great communicators. That makes us more of a leader than the men. Sugar Mom, you guys are not great communicators. Y'all know what it is. We, as men, we are giving you guys a lot of leeway to have a voice. Think about it, Sugar Mom. You can walk around and hardly no clothes on, and pretty much ain't nobody gonna do that to you because they know that there could be consequences or repercussions for men around them. So yeah. Look at this because Sugar Mom crazy. Sugar Mom come here talking shit to me. Yes, Sugar Mom, and that's important, Sugar Mom. Do you not know how important the strength is? And we're smarter when it comes to like being strategically war-minded. We're smarter and war-minded than you guys. Sugar Mom, we'll wipe you guys out. If men was to get together and come up against women in a war, we'll wipe you guys out. Because we're more strategically, we're smarter than you guys, and we're more gutsy. Meaning our violence is much, much, much better than yours. If the guns come out, y'all hiding. All y'all gonna do is break down and cry and wonder why. If men and women was go to war against each other, you guys wouldn't have a chance. I'm sorry, Sugar Mom. You wouldn't have a chance. So y'all need to propose to the kings. Show us some love. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, Sugar Mom. Show a nigga some love. Yeah, hit the like button. Show a nigga that he got dropping some bars on here. Right? Everybody loves this topic today. I think women should start proposing to men. I think women should start proposing to men because we bring the most to the table. We are the prize. Men are without doubt are the prize. We bring the most to the table. So it's not even a question of who's the most suitable person to be the prize. The man is, obviously. And the women should be like, boo, will you marry me? And we as men should have the right of refusal. Because our money, our resources, that's on the line. Well, women are more cunning. Man, stop. Anyway, we as men should have the right of refusal because y'all need us more than we need you. Only way, sugar mom, that us men really need you guys for production, reproduction. That's it. We don't need y'all for protection. A nigga can jack off. So we don't need y'all to that. We don't need y'all to get strong. Only thing we absolutely need you guys for is reproduction. We can survive easily without a woman. Right? No problem. Not a problem. Right? We can live without y'all. If forced to, we will survive without you guys. Easier than y'all without us. If it became a dog eat dog world where everybody got to fend for themselves and everybody has to be their own survivor, the women would get massacred. Because the problem with your argument, Sugar Bomb, is when you say you don't need men, but you guys don't want to pay for nothing. So you don't want, but you expect the man to pay for you. You expect the man to pay for your dinner, right? When we go out. Oh, what's that guy who took you to Miami, Sugar Bomb? Who paid for that, Sugar Bomb? He did. You guys are the one coming with these expectations. With all these things, I would have to disagree with you, Xerax. We don't need y'all men outside of reproduction. Okay, well let's play a game. Xerax and Sugar Mom, let's play a game. Xerax, I challenge you. Tell your husband, right, that you're going to pay the mortgage for 1 year. Sugar Mom, I challenge you to pay for the next 2 years, pay for all your own. When you go out with a man, you pay for your meal and his meal. Do not let him pay for 1 year. And then I will believe. Now I want receipts too. I need receipts. So Xerax, tell your husband you're paying the mortgage for the next year. Tell him, look, baby, I'm already paying up the mortgage for 1 year. Sugar Mom, you pay for all your man, you and your man's date for 1 year. And see who don't need who. Let's go. Did y'all want to make a side bet that y'all won't do that? That y'all won't survive? Even if you leave your husband, right? A lot of y'all are going to make them pay child support. Yeah, you ain't gonna. Most women ain't walking out of a relationship and not getting the courts involved so they can extract the resources. Exactly, Sugar Mom. Exactly. You ain't gonna pay for the dates. You ain't gonna pay for trips to Miami. Because why? You think you need a man to do that. Kasim in the building. They come with the expectation of men giving them things because it's been their experience since they were little girls. It's what men do. I 100%, well, no, I 50% agree with you, Kasim. The 50% I agree with Kasim is we have been paying for women since they're little girls. Okay. What I don't agree with is their expectations, right? A lot of women, when they divorce their husbands or leave their boyfriends, when they get jobs, these women got jobs, they're going to the mall and buying themselves Chanel bags. Listen, Zyrox wouldn't even run her husband's bathwater for free. We had an hour, Ms. Zyrox had an hour conversation about her running her husband bathwater for free before he gets home from work. Because you know why she didn't want to run his bathwater? Because she didn't think he was worth it. Because y'all ain't doing it. That's why, Zyrox. Y'all, you know what? If you really, I'm gonna show you why I think you guys don't like paying your bills. When you were paying your bills, right? It's because you had to pay your bills. You really didn't want to. No woman likes to pay their own bills. They'll do it, but they're not happy about it. So when they're vetting these men, when these women be vetting men, they're looking for men that's going to do that. Or they don't see no point in getting with the man. Why have a boyfriend or a husband if you got to pay your own bills? And that's how you guys move out here. Because I'll be honest with you. If you guys didn't need men to pay your bills or didn't want men to pay your bills, even if you give it a boyfriend, you tell them, you know what? We're going Dutch. I'm paying for my own meal, right? And we move in together, I'm paying my half of the rent. This is no exception. This is not negotiable. Right? If women really love paying bills, really liked it, they would have stopped doing it. Same with y'all. Yeah, nobody likes to pay. I agree. Nobody likes to pay bills, but here's the difference is we don't mind paying y'all bills. And most men won't allow a woman to even pay their bills. Because most women will allow men to pay their bills, but most men won't allow a woman. Now, if women do the same thing, hey, okay, I'm not letting you pay for my bills, and you're not letting me pay for your bills. We pay our shit straight down the middle. I got my shit together. All good. Because a man can't force a woman not to pay for her own stay. Shoot, okay. I believe 97% of men pay all mortgages in a relationship or marriage. I believe a man and woman lives together. I believe 98% of men are paying the rent or the mortgage, whether married or not married. I believe I believe 100% of women will take, if a man offered to pay their bills, 100% of women will take it if they like the man. Yes. If you're in a relationship, if y'all living together or in a marriage, I believe 98% of men are paying the mortgage. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. You women are disloyal. You women are dishonest. You women are unappreciative. You women lack respect. And you women have no integrity. Because all y'all do is take, and then complain at the end why you didn't like taking it. But you took it. You took the money and the honey. And then complained about it. Oh, well, you know, he was paying the bills, but he was working too much. Or the sex wasn't no good. Because he was tired when he got back from work. He didn't want to fuck you every day no more. He couldn't. So, understandably, right now in this game that we're playing of life, women are taking advantage of men. Women are showing how they feel about men. And how they're doing it? By divorcing us. By not running our bathwater for us.
Is that's
Well,
it.
that doesn't make sense because I'm saying
That
like
doesn't
if the
make-
man created the woman
Right.
to help the
The
man.
woman is a helper. And at the end of the day, I feel like a man
So
should, I don't care. I think that it's very masculine for a woman to propose to a man. It will make me feel like I'm not in my femininity whatsoever. And I feel like at the end of the day, I'm not getting on a knee to propose to a big ass man. I think that that's not cute. And I think that at the end of the day, if that's the case, we don't have to be married because I'm not going to propose to you. And not because I feel like the man has to do this grand gesture, but I'd rather us come to an agreement together and be like, should we get married? Because it makes sense for this to happen and that to happen. And we are committed to each other and we do want to be with each other for the rest of life. If anything happens to me, I would want you to be able to do, be the one to handle that. Like, that will be a collective decision and we can make that together. It doesn't have to be some grand proposal. But what I will not do is get on the knee and propose to a man. The only thing I'm doing on my knees is that's it.
She said all she getting on her knee to do. So she's saying is she'd rather get down and suck your dick than to get out on her knee and ask you to marry her. That means she only values your dick more than she values you.
That doesn't make sense because
let's read it again. Let's listen to it again. Let's listen to it again.
It was in the wild.
From a ring. Like that's some corny.
That's what America brainwashed us.
No, that's not America. That's in the Bible.
No, what the Bible says.
The Bible is a man.
Well, let's go back.
Why you do that to my son or daughter? Truthfully,
you think that a woman should propose to a man?
I mean, I feel like if men are the prize, why
men are the prize?
That's what I feel.
All right.
We had this on other episodes. I said, like, when you said who's the prize, the man is the prize, because at the end of the day, it's no benefits to us to marry a woman, because when a woman marries us as a man, regardless if we're minimum wage, middle class, or upper class, it's You get the kid, you get everything. You get the kids, you get the money. Like why is it advantageous to me to marry? I feel like I'm the prize because you all get the advantages go to y'all. So y'all should be bend the knee, like Game of Thrones.
Me personally,
Period.
I'm gonna say this: I would never propose to a man in a million years.
She said she would never propose to a man in a million years. Sugar Bum says, sometimes all a man is worth is dick and money. Okay. So what is a woman's worth? Coochie. That's it. So this is why we're the prize. Thank you, Sugar Bum. Sugar Bum. This is why we're the prize, Sugar Bum. Because we're worth dick and money. A woman is worth vagina, and that's it. Right? Y'all are worth only vagina. You said we're only worth dick and money sometimes. Okay? All men worth is dick and money. Right? So that means the woman's worth vagina and nothing else. Sometimes. It doesn't matter it doesn't matter how capable a woman is. Her instinct for dating doesn't change. She still wants a man who can remove her from instability and insecurity to make her life easy. Good point, Kasim. I like it, Kasim. But here's the problem. Because what you just said right there alone, on that alone, what you just said right there, Kasim, she should be asking me to marry her. Because if she's asking me to do all this shit, emotional intelligence, your favorite word, Kasim, you need to be emotionally intellectual. We need to be intellectually sound. Yeah, Kasim, all this right here is a lot. She still wants a man who can remove her from instability. Kasim, how can you remove a woman from instability? When a large part of a woman's instability and stability is harnessed in her emotions and her feelings. You can't remove a woman from her instability because she's unstable by virtue of her emotional state. Because we understand that love, happiness, is fleeting. No, what a woman wants you to do is remove her bills, nigga. This is why I don't like America. This is why I don't like America. Because look at Kasim. He went all the way around. All the way around. Nigga just say, she wants us to remove her from paying bills. That's what women want men for. Why else would she marry you? A woman ain't gonna marry a man if she has to pay her own bills. She might give you some coochie until she gets rid of you. Then she gonna find another man to come in and do what you can't do. You said it doesn't matter how capable a woman is. We know what her capabilities are. We know that she's incapable of love. We know that women are incapable of being appreciative. We know that women are incapable of being down for their man. We understand that women are incapable of investing in men. We know that women are incapable of being leaders. We know women are incapable of being consistent. So if they're looking for somebody to rescue them, they need to be asking niggas to propose them. If they're looking for a nigga to remove some shit, they need to be getting on one knee. They need to be getting on one motherfucking knee.
I like a man who's a leader, and I want him to lead me. And that goes for everything. When he's ready to marry
He's like,
me.
I'm the leader, propose.
No. When
He told you the directions.
No.
And as soon as he led, she said no. She said, I want my man to be a leader. Okay, get down on your knee and propose to me. No. Facts. These women, they don't want, they all want you to pay their bills. Kasim. They want you to pay your bills. They're right. They want us to pay. They want the men to pay their bills, whether they're high earning or low earning. They're not looking for men. Women are not looking for men to rescue them from their emotional state. When a woman is having an emotional breakdown, she does not need her man to come up with solutions. If she's having an emotional breakdown, she wants her man to just shut up and listen to whatever she has to say. When she's emotionally dumping on her man, she don't want him to say shit. Just shut up and listen. They don't want to hear the solution. If she's crying about her weight, or why she gained so much weight, she doesn't want to hear, go to the gym. She just wants you to cry with her. That's it. And that's just a fact. Because women do not respect, let me say this, let me get on here. Women do not respect or expect men to voice how they truly feel to them. They do not want to hear constructive criticism. Matter of fact, they don't want to hear any criticism at all. They do not want their man to hold them accountable. They do not want a man who doesn't listen to them or who gives orders. You hear what she said? She was not getting on one knee about to actually get to marry her because she seems it's goofy. So that means that's the way she look at you when you do it.
Oh, if a man who's a real leader ain't gonna say that. They're never gonna have their girl get on me and give him a ring. Like that's some corny.
That's what America brainwashed us.
No, that's not America. That's in the Bible.
No, what the Bible say?
The Bible is the man is the leader. I'm not going off
what
of
the Bible say that men should propose.
No, but it also doesn't say that. It doesn't put a woman in a position to be the person that's proposing to a man. Like a man is the person who creates the family.
During the emotional breakdown, she wants him to be fully present, yes. Attentive, yes. And supportive, yes. But she doesn't want you to give an opinion. She doesn't want you to be a leader and say, this is the solution. She doesn't want to hear, but you right. That's what she wants. Be attentive. That means listen what the fuck she say. Supportive. Make sure what she says right. And present. Your body there, nigga. But she doesn't want to hear solutions. If she is overweight, she does not want to hear that the gym is down the street. Go to it. She will leave you, nigga. If you say, baby, Just go to the gym. She would deem you an enemy. Lots of men don't have the patience to genuinely sit through it because we're logical and we're leaders, meaning leaders, when shit gets hectic, we come up with solutions. That's what being a leader is. When there are problems, we solve. We don't just be attentive. We're not just supportive. We're not just fully present. When there is a problem, we, as men, as leaders, we solve. We look to solve the problems. This is why men are better leaders than women, because we are solution-based. Women, when they're in their emotion, they're crying and whatever, they don't want to hear your solutions. So therefore, they don't want a leader, nigga. They don't want nobody to lead them. Their emotions lead them. Their feelings lead them. What they feel is good for them leads them. And their emotional attachment leads them. Other than that, you said it. Thank you, Hakeem. Attentive, fully present. Attentive, that means to listen. Fully present, that means to be there, standing there. Attentive, just listen. And supportive, yes, baby, you're right. That's it.
Man,
Right.
did he not? If you going by the Bible, since we going by the Bible, you know, I don't know what religions everybody's out there, but we're going by the Bible. Man was made first. So the directions.
No, if a man who's a real leader ain't gonna say that. They're never
Why
gonna
not?
have their girl get on a knee and give him a ring. Like that's some corny.
That's what America brainwashed us. to
No,
look
that's
at.
not America. That's in the Bible.
No, what the Bible say?
The Bible is man is the leader. I'm not going
No,
off
what the
of
Bible say that men should propose?
no, but it
that's what
also
we
doesn't
talking
say
about.
that. It doesn't put a woman in a position to be the person that's proposing to a man. Like a man is the person who
God
creates the
made woman
family.
for man.
God made the woman for the man. That's right. The next time you're in a frustrating conversation and she has an emotional block for the truth, allow her to express that emotion. She will remove the block and be open to listen to your rationality. Nigga, I'm the motherfucking leader. I'm not acquiescing to the follower. But once again, happy wife, happy life. Kasim is a happy wife, happy life nigga. He just exposed himself. Everything Kasim said is to bow down to the woman. The next time you're in a frustrating conversation and she has an emotional block for the truth, what does that mean? Because she no, but that's what you're missing, Kasim. She didn't marry you or get with you for your leadership or your opinions to lead her with. She got you to pay the motherfucking bills, dick her down, and when she feeling fucked up, sit around. Hit the like button, nigga. That's a bar, nigga. Hit the like button. Show a nigga some love. That was a bar. She ain't marrying you for your leadership qualities. Baby, I'm going to stir this ship. We're going to go from the Atlantic to the Mediterranean under my leadership. Oh, baby, why are you crying? Oh, I gained weight. Go to the gym. Problem solved. She's leaving you. She's going to cry harder. So if a woman doesn't want to listen to her man, come up with solutions when she's emotional, then she's no good. It means when you're trying to find a solution without allowing, she expressed herself. She said, I'm fat. She said, baby, I said, why are you crying? I'm fat, I'm overweight. She expressed herself. She expressed herself and said, I'm overweight. And then I said, the gym is right down the street. No, what it is when she told me she was fat, she didn't want to hear a solution because she's the boss of the house. That's what she's saying. I'm the boss. If I say I'm fat, you better say, yes, baby, I'm with you. Matter of fact, you can't even say that. You can't even say that. He said, why you crying, baby? I gained weight. You better tell her she's still beautiful. And hug her as hard as you can, nigga. What type of relationship is that? Who wants to be in a relationship like that? And this is why men are getting left. This is why women are falling. Because you know why? They're bored. They're bored. This nigga just say yes to everything. I want somebody. Then when they go find another dude, then she gonna do him the same way. Then she gonna get rid of him. Because guess what? If you tell your woman don't wear no lashes, I don't want you to get no fake lashes. She's gonna say, nigga, please. If you say I don't want you to get no BBL, she gonna say, nigga, please. If you say no girl trips, you're not doing no girl trips, no more ever. Don't ask. Don't try to negotiate. Well, if I do this, you don't do that. Tell your woman the girl trips is over. She's gonna leave you. Because women are bossing up now and they're not listening to what men say. And that's just a fact.
Did he not? If you're going by the Bible, since we're going by the Bible, I don't know what religions everybody's out there, but we're going by the Bible. Man was made first. So the nigga was out doing whatever he was in the wild. He needed some help. So he created the woman.
Right.
To help the man.
Woman is a helper. And at the end of the day, I feel like a man should, I don't care. I think that it's very masculine for a woman to propose to a man. It will make me feel like I'm not in my femininity whatsoever. And I feel like at the end of the day,
These women are crazy. She's saying that it's masculine for women to propose, but she don't think it's not masculine for a woman to file for divorce. Since women are filing so much for divorce, they need to propose. The end. Since they divorce so much, they need to propose more. Thank y'all for coming to the show. Rufus is out. Till the next one. Hit the like button, nigga. Hit the like button. Show a nigga some love.